Hi everybody, my name's Forrest. This channel I'm just starting called Fofo Astro, and it's going to be a place where I post my astrophotography tutorials and videos and do a little bit of vlogging with what I do. And I hope you'll follow along with me. If you have an interest in going really in-depth in astrophotography, this is going to be the place to do it. I'm going to be posting videos just on the things that I do and teaching you guys some things. If you don't already know, I run the channel at Rocky Mountain School of Photography as well. If you're kind of in the mood for general purpose photography tips, that's the place to go. But this channel is going to be just astro and just very nerdy astro. I kind of needed a place to do those videos. So today I want to show you guys around my observatory. We're going to take a look. You can see it here behind me. Take a look at what it is and what's in there and how it works and just a little bit of an overview. So if you're into that, check it out. Let's go ahead and start. We'll take a look. All right, so this observatory is 10 by 16 feet, and you can see that it's a roll roof observatory. I operate this observatory remotely, so there actually is a weather sensor right up here. That's a sky alert weather sensor. I have it linked down in the description. Really awesome guy who makes those. They're really well built. They're awesome. But let's go ahead and open this up. It's all solar powered. I don't have any electrical out here because it was too far away from the house to do electrical. Now, I also operate this observatory totally remotely, so there's no flooring, and there's definitely some corners that I cut. But we can see here we've got the power distribution unit. So the power comes in from the solar panels, goes into a charge controller. That charge controller then goes into the batteries, and the batteries then power most things via 12 volt and a little bit of stuff through this 1000-watt inverter, because there's some things that I can't run on 12. There's also here the Intel NUC, which is a little computer. I've got a little voltage regulator for that to make sure that it always gets some clean voltage. And then when I'm in-house running the computer, I'll plug my laptop right here into Ethernet, and I can access that directly. Then we come in here. This is the cold room where things are nice and cold. And here's the telescope. I have had the roof open for a little bit, so it's nice and cooled down. But what we've got in here is a little stellar view telescope. It's about an 80mm aperture, so pretty small. Got a nice filter wheel, 7-position filter wheel here, a field flattener in the middle. There's a moonlight focuser right here that takes care of robotic focusing, little USB end step from Rigel Systems. We've got a power distribution panel. We've got a remote relay controller. This allows me to power cycle my different devices on and off remotely, which is really important, operating this remotely. And then a really nice powered USB hub from StarTech right here. Finally, the back, we have an Apogee U8300. So it's based off of the old Kodak U8300 chip, but it's really awesome. It can cool down to about a delta T of about 50 degrees. So again, I should also say, if a lot of this stuff that I'm telling you is kind of like gibberish, it's probably a good thing that you should follow my channel, because we're going to talk about all these things. This is a flip flat, so this allows me to take my flats remotely. This also robotically opens, so it acts as a lens cap as well as a flat box when I need it. Here's the roof controller. This controls opening and closing of the roof, and that's through a big motor right there with a rack and pinion gear system that takes care of that opening process. So that's kind of an overview. I've got some networking equipment over here, a webcam that I can check in on everything remotely. But that's kind of the overview, and that's what I'm going to be making videos about, is different pieces of this, as well as the processing, as well as how it all works. So if this interests you, kind of taking this further, learning a bit about it. Oh, I forgot to mention this mount. This is the Lost Mandy G11. It's the older version, but it's really awesome. It's got the Gemini 2 go-to system. Really just awesome thing. Anyway, if this stuff interests you and you are wanting to learn more about astrophotography, then you should subscribe, because that's what this channel is going to be about.